What is happening? J Gaming Dude here, and we finally may actually be getting another Astro Bot game. Because as of right now, there is only one Astro Bot game and one Astro Bot tech demo, so to speak. So let's kind of jump in and look at this The Gamer article. Apparently, a new Astro Bot game will reportedly be announced within the next 15 days, and this is actually in relation to a possible upcoming PlayStation showcase that's going to be happening. And considering what time it is, which is like the last week of May, that as of me recording this, pretty much the next couple of weeks, it's going to be June, and we all know what June was supposed to be. It was supposed to be E3, but now it is all about Summer Game Fest. Now, unfortunately, and I'm going to mention something a little bit sad here, we've got Team Asobi, of course, who's making whatever this game might be. Again, this is all rumors and nothing has been substantiated thus far, so it's really just a matter of time if it is going to be true at some sort of upcoming PlayStation showcase, which also, worth mentioning, has not yet been announced. But the sad thing is that Japan Studios was shut down so that Team Asobi could run, and as of right now, we only have one Astro Bot game in existence, realistically speaking, and that is Astro Bot Rescue Mission, which is a PSVR 1 exclusive title. Now, we also have Astro's Playroom, but that is more of a tech demo to show off the hardware of the PS5. Kind of like what Playroom did with PS4, what PlayStation Home was kind of supposed to do with PS3, so on and so forth, so to speak. But yeah, Astro Bot is kind of like the only, well, besides Ratchet and Clank, the only sort of platformer franchise that Sony has left after they pretty much abandoned Jak and Daxter, and Naughty Dog went off to do Uncharted and Last of Us. That's what I meant to say. I don't know why it took me a second to kind of realize that. Now, the question then becomes, will this Astro Bot game be a PSVR 2 game? Will it be just a normal game? Because I have difficulty believing it's going to be on PSVR 2. Reason being is that it feels like Sony has already abandoned the headset, and I don't think we're going to be revisiting that anytime soon, if at all. Again, it just very much feels like what happened with the Vita. Effectively, I don't know if anyone else feels that way, and again, if your thoughts echo mine or go against it, again, either way, please let me know in the comments below, because Sony have a habit of making hardware, supporting it for a little bit, and then letting it go, at which point third parties usually come into play. But the thing is that PSVR 2 feels almost betrayed rather than supported, because so far I can only think of one, maybe two first party games, whereas PSVR 1 had way more first party titles. And in fact, you know what, the closure of London studios is also another slap in the face to VR. Even, and keeping in mind that, like, you know, Vita did have a handful of first party titles before, you know, they stopped and there was just nothing but Japanese games. I feel like the newer piece of hardware, whatever it is, seems to have a longer lifespan, as another one has released. So PSVR 2 seems like the shortest, but PSVR 1 was somewhat longer, and Vita was actually slightly longer than PSVR 1, so, and then PSP had a decent life cycle as a whole, and actually had a bunch of actually really good games, so to speak. But yeah, so I do actually kind of wonder what's happening. But this is all coming from the news of Bilbil-kun, who is a known leaker that has been fairly accurate, especially when it comes to talking about whatever the new games are going to be for PS Plus, like the monthly PS Plus collection, so to speak. What free games are going to be offered. Like, this guy has been incredibly accurate, almost scary in a way. And when I say that this guy has been reliable, normally when you think about rumors, guesses, and things like that, Usually reliable is like 15% of the time correct. This guy is well over 80% reliable. I don't think this guy has actually said anything incorrect, and if he has, like, please share that in the comments below. I'd be interested to know, because as far as stuff that I've read from Bill Coon, I have not actually heard anything from him that has actually turned out to be incorrect, albeit that it takes time for some of these things to materialize. Say, for example, in the next couple of weeks we'll find out if Astro Bot is actually making a comeback, or what games are going to be appearing in the following month of PS Plus, and just stuff along those lines. It won't take long for us to find out about it, but it'll be interesting to see that. Oh, actually, this is an interesting point made by the final paragraph. Thankfully, that should be sooner rather than later, as several insiders have claimed that something PlayStation related is going to go down this month, which was reiterated by Grubb today, or Jeff Grubb so to speak, by claiming that May still isn't over. On top of that, we've had rumors such as a Lego Horizon Zero Dawn video game, and the potential reveal of the multiplayer title Concord over the past couple of weeks. So chances of us getting a state of play showcase announcement, so chances are we finally get that state of play / showcase announcement pretty soon. And Grubb did actually mention in past that it would be in May, which is why he's saying that May still isn't over. It'll be interesting to see, because what Sony has been doing is they've announced either as, not a showcase, but like a state of play the day before they actually do the state of play. So I feel like it may not actually be a showcase, but rather a state of play. And you might be wondering, okay, what are the difference between the two? Usually a showcase is about an hour to an hour and a half, at most 2 hours, of showing off games. It's kind of like what you would expect to see at an E3 press conference by Sony. They might show off hardware, they might show off accessories, they will show off more games. Normally they're newer announcements of stuff that hasn't already been announced. Whereas with state of plays, they're usually about 20 to 45 minutes, usually at an hour at most, and that's really stretching it, where they go through a whole host or lineup of titles that have been announced or yet to be announced, and provide more information about them, except for release dates for some reason, where release dates are then added on to, say, for example, the PlayStation blog of that particular game 5 to 10 minutes after the state of play finishes, which is something that I really don't like Sony doing, but they have been doing it a lot. Like, they've been doing it enough to the point where it feels like it's becoming a actual pattern of how they're acting or what decisions are actually being made. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening on the PlayStation side of things. As far as rumors go, Astro Bot potentially getting a new game. What does that look like? Is it going to be PSVR 2? Doubted, but who knows anymore. There's a lot going on. So with all that said and done, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 200 subs by the end of the year, and I'm getting pretty bloody close to it too. And I'm only at like June. Well, this video will come out a few days before June really hits. But yeah, I'm almost at 200. I'm at like 182, I think, as of recording of this video. So cutting it pretty damn close. So very much looking forward to seeing if I'm actually able to reach that 200 by the end of the year. But with all that said and done, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.